So why did you name it as Olao Books?
Yeah, I was in Spain, and there I heard this word from someone, and
Mhm.
this was always in back of my mind.
I would like to understand some of the toughest lessons you faced transitioning from a structured corporate environment to the uncertainty of entrepreneurship, right? And most importantly, how did you overcome those?
And then, when it comes to reconciliation or tax filings, these things require intelligence, a lot of intelligence. Now, technology to do this was not present before. Now, since the AI has come up, the advanced level of automations has come up. Now, these problems can be solved very easily through this
Yeah.
technologies, and this is what we are doing at Olao Books.
So, Anurag,
Okay.
what is one piece of advice you'd give to someone who is currently working a corporate job but dreams of starting their own SaaS company? I told you, folks, you have tuned into TGV and hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series, the world's only quadrilingual podcast at this moment of recording. And we are trying to embark into multiple languages as we speak. And here we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. And we want to simplify and amplify your journey to success. I'm your host, Naveen Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place by bringing you wisdom through valuable discussions with experts designed to simplify and amplify your success. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, folks, we are joined by another young entrepreneur today. He's Anurag Mittal. He's the founder and CEO of Olao Books, a company revolutionizing the way businesses manage bookkeeping and finance operations, making them look cool. And with a robust background in SaaS, software as a service, product sales, marketing, and leadership, Anurag has an impressive track record in scaling ventures. And he previously co-founded Vervotech. And in fact, for those of you who have watched Sanjay Gare's episode, he was also one of the co-founders of Vervotech. And this is a great reminder. And in fact, we have had amazing conversation with Sanjay, both in English as well as Hindi. And of course, coming to Anurag, he led the business and operations at Vervotech. And also, he drove 10x revenue growth that ultimately led to the company's acquisition by Constellation Software. And before diving into entrepreneurship, Anurag held prominent roles at Deloitte, JP Morgan, and also iCertis, gaining invaluable experience that shaped his journey. And a SaaS sales and marketing leader at heart, he brings innovation, growth, and a unique perspective to the SaaS as well as finance sectors. And today, we are going to delve into an interesting topic at the hand, which is from corporate climb to SaaS success, Anurag Mittal's entrepreneurial playbook. But before we get into the topic, here is an exciting twist as always. Let us tickle our guest brain. So, Anurag, get ready for a rapid fire round of random words. I'll mention a few. And I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind on response without thinking much. If you're ready, let's get started.
Hello, I'm Steve Ahern, one of the judges of the Asia Podcast Awards. I'm interrupting this episode to let you know that you're listening to an award-winning podcast. This podcast won its category in the 2024 Podcast Awards, so you know you're listening to quality. Enjoy your listening experience, and congratulations to the team who created this award-winning podcast for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Here comes the first word, curiosity.
I think discovery.
Okay. The next one is close to that, invention.
I think the wheel, because it changed the mankind.
Yeah, indeed. Future.
AI and automation, of course.
Book.
Good. I recently read a book, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. He was the co-founder of PayPal. So that's an amazing book. If you are doing a startup, you should read it.
Yeah. And it is highly recommended by many successful entrepreneurs who have read that, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. And next one is movie.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah. Incidentally, we were discussing about that movie yesterday during one of our official conversations. Yeah, it is one movie with a lot of great message. In fact, that
Yeah.
message, yeah, is so profound.
Too good.
Yeah. So, Anurag, my next word is moonshot.
Oh, I think launching Olao Books is a big moonshot for me because it's an attempt to transform the traditional world of accounting. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Ledger.
Um, you know, Marketing. Because Ledger tells the story of business finances, right? Similar in a similar way, marketing tells the story of uh, business identity. So there's a resemblance. So that came to my mind when you said Ledger.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And next word is universe.
I think mystery still unsolved.
Leadership.
Uh, you know, I'll take a minute to answer this, Naveen, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. Sure, sure,
So,
sure. Absolutely.
when I see the previous era, leadership was all about, a top-down approach where a leader would make the decisions and, have the authority, and those were just built down to the team. But now, since people are smarter, they have access to the information and they know how to do things, So if I talk about today, it's more of a bottom-up approach where you just have to, empower the people.
No, love it. I think the way leadership is evolving, right? We are living in the interesting times, and I'm really curious about how the leadership is going to look like when these bots and people start working together, right? So that is an interesting part to watch for. And here comes,
Exactly. Right. Right.
and here comes the last one for the first rapid fire role model.
I think Ratan Tata sir, and I'm so saddened to hear
Yeah,
the news about him. I had a dream to meet him always, and I thought कि कुछ करने में life में तो मिल लूंगा, but unfortunately that is not going to happen. But he is still going to
yeah,
stay in our memories and hearts.
yes, indeed. A pinnacle of corporate leadership and a selfless person, right? I think he's at the epitome of that
Yeah.
entrepreneurship and many other things, right? Great, inspiring leader.
Right.
And yeah, of course, it makes us sad when we came across this news and all, but we have to move on. And Anurag,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so
Exactly.
much for, yeah, Anurag, thank you so much for participating in the first rapid fire round. And you heard it right. This is the first one. We have one more rapid fire round towards the end of the episode. So stay tuned. And
Okay. Okay. Okay.
all right. So, Anurag, first of all, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice. And how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good, Naveen. And first of all, I just forgot to thank you for inviting me, to this podcast and for that introduction as well. That was so energetic. I just want to learn that, man. I don't know how you do it. That's too good.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words. And thank you once again for being part of our journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe. And let's begin with the first question. So, Anurag, who is your guiding voice?
I think my inner self, the gut, my gut motivates me. Uh, my gut pushes me. Everything. I think the inner self.
Wow. Awesome. So same with me also, and of course I get inspired by people, but I listen to my gut, I listen to my inner self, and
Yeah,
I take instant
that
decisions.
helps. That helps.
True,
Yeah, yeah.
true. And now let's talk about your success mantra. So please share with us the top three things that have contributed to your success so far.
Um, I think my curiosity, that helps
Mhm.
me to learn continuously. Then second, I would say is the people around me. And, the third is the opportunities that I have got always.
The third point that you mentioned, opportunities, right? Those are most of the time they are overlooked, right? We don't really appreciate the opportunities that come across, and we embarked on them, and they are going to lead to immense results, and most importantly they create a lot of impact, both in terms of the society, community, as well as on us also. Yeah, thank you
Exactly.
for,
And
yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, I think, we should always keep an eye open for the opportunities that come our way. And they do come for everyone. Just
Yeah.
keep an eye, keep your ears open, and just grab it. It
Right.
will work.
So yeah, Anurag, you have worked for uncertainties, JP Morgan, Deloitte, right? So I think you have had a cozy job and you ventured into entrepreneurship. So I would like to understand some of the toughest lessons you faced transitioning from a structured corporate environment to the uncertainty of entrepreneurship, right? And most importantly, how did you overcome those?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, Naveen, it's the other way around. I'll tell you why. My father had a business, he had a canteen. And there we used to take orders from the customers. We used to sit on the galla, get collect the paper cash. And then when I went to the corporates, structured environment, I was like, yeah, ye kahan aa gaya main? Uh, and that's the reason I think working in startups has always helped me. I was very comfortable working in startups because you're on your own. Decisions are yours. Success is yours. Everything is yours. Failures are yours. You own everything, and that's the beautiful part, I think. So yeah, that's how it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. And let's talk about your impressive stints with Deloitte and JP Morgan, right? So those are giants, right? Like you have hundreds
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
thousands of employees. So what are the most valuable lessons you took from the corporate world which shaped your entrepreneurial mindset?
So I think the importance of having a process in a setup
Mhm,
where there are
mhm,
so many people and a leader cannot talk to all of them, and but he still wants everyone to do the best and get the best from everyone. So yeah, setting up the processes is very important. Second, and the important thing I learned was the compliance, following compliances in every aspect, be it government compliances or be it security compliances and related to your own systems. So and these things have impacted me, and few of the things we have implemented in Vervotech and now we are implementing at Olao Books. So these has helped, those learnings has helped here for us.
mhm. Okay. So before we move to my next question, so why did you name it as Olao Books?
Yeah, I was in Spain, and there I heard this word from someone, and
Mhm,
this was always in back of my mind. It is the this means the guiding voice of the Almighty, and
mm,
this voice always distributes the prosperity. And then when I wanted to start a business, I just went and saw that this domain name was also available.
mhm,
So everything just connected, and I thought, okay, let's name our startup as Ola. And
mm.
yeah, here we go.
Interesting. And it caught my attention actually when I came across the name, and it is so
Uh,
unique.
it's
Yeah,
short and sweet. Yeah, yeah.
indeed.
And
Yeah.
being a marketing guy, these things do matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, delving on your corporate job to transitioning, right? So I would like to ask more questions around this because there might be
Yes.
similar people like Anurag Mittals in the making who are actually trying to take that particular leap of faith assumption, but still they're stuck. So that is the reason I have centered the conversation around this particular topic so that it will be helpful for people. So again, leaving a stable corporate job is a bold move. Indeed, it is a bold
Hmm.
move. And what was the key turning point that made you realize it was a time to leap into entrepreneurship with Vervotech and also later Olao Books?
Okay. Uh, so, with Vervotech, it was less of I wanted to be an entrepreneur and more of, like I was got pulled. I got pulled into
Mhm.
entrepreneurship. And then, so there was already a team and they wanted me on board. And I also liked their thought process and vision. And I joined them.
Mm,
But during my stint at Vervotech, since I was leading business and operations there, I encountered several challenges. And I also had my now co-founder there, Praveen, who was the
mm,
CMO as well. So we saw that managing finances and specifically operations, business operations, was very difficult for the teams. Be it invoicing, billing, reconciliation, and these challenges were always in my mind. And then when I talk to people, I saw that they are also facing these challenges. And then, as soon I realized that, this is a big problem, why not to pick this problem and, build a solution to this. And again, on the other side, I also saw that, if when it comes to SMEs, they have to struggle with managing a lot of tools. Yeah, be it payroll, again, be it bookkeeping or accounting software, or be the subscription management or billing thing for a SaaS company like us, or maybe a material management for a manufacturing company. And you need different tools to manage these different aspects. And the problem is you need to invest a lot of money, then it's time consuming, and then you need a lot of resources as well, to manage all these tools. And to make things worse, these all tools, lack certain level of intelligence. Like there are workflows and automation, but they are to the point, not after that. And there are a lot of gaps that still remains. So I thought, let's pick this problem again, as I said before, and then that's the reason, we ended up with starting Olao Books. So yeah, that's how it is.
Okay.
That's how I ended at Olao Books.
Okay. Wonderful. And also, Vervotech has seen a remarkable 10x revenue growth before its acquisition, right? So I'm curious to understand what strategies did you guys implement to achieve such rapid scaling, and how did you prepare the company for acquisition? So one important thing, okay, which I would like to understand, because I'm also on an entrepreneurial stint, okay, and you are growing your organization, which is a baby, right? And after it grows to a certain level, you are handing it over to someone. So how does that feeling look like? Also, you please talk to me about that as well.
Yeah. So soon after, Vervotech got acquired, we picked up this problem, and then we immediately moved to, starting with Olao. So we were already working on this idea for a year. So, that enjoyment really, really didn't happen because, focus was shifted from year to year. So I think now after Olao Books also get successful, then maybe we can enjoy that. But talking about Vervotech's growth, Naveen, I think it was more of a product-led growth. Our product was too good. It is too good. And the good part was we always had a word with customers, initial customers, beta customers, or even when we were scaling. We were taking continuous feedback and just adding those improvements and making modifications in the product. The other thing, that helped us was we were always very cognizant of the money that we were spending. We tried to be very lean. We focused on getting the ROI on every penny that we were spending. So, that made us to train faster, learn faster, and invest in, if I talk about marketing or sales, invest in only those channels. And of course, as I said, we used to hear a lot from customers, right? So if a customer is saying that I go to this event or I do my business there, so we just invested in those channels. We created an eminence there in maybe very, very, less amount of money. And those channels, whenever we saw that if these channels are successful, we just again invested in them and, scale those things. So all those things, and then we also tracked every important data, every important aspect in our CRM or, different technologies that we had. So all those things helped us to scale Overtech, very fast. And those processes are still being, followed within the organization. So that's really good.
Yeah. So if I were to summarize, right, first is having a great product, being customer centric, and focusing on the data. Right. So these are the three things.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. So
and
let's move.
Lean.
Being lean.
Being ourselves very lean.
Yeah, that is important. And again, lean is going to take a center stage. I'm a big proponent of lean, because I'm a certified master black belt in Lean Six Sigma. And whenever there is a process, I try to find out, okay, my God, where should I find an opportunity to improve, right? So, being lean is very, very important. And nowadays, due to fierce competition in the market space, right? People have been launching products just like that, and they have been hiring people. Process might have become bulky and massive unknowingly. But the moment you start deploying lean, you'll get to know, okay, how, what are some various opportunities which can be uncovered. All right. So wonderful.
Correct.
Yeah. Let's move forward, Anurag. And SaaS is a crowded space, especially last decade, right? Has been, I mean, too much. There are too many people who have got into this and trying to build a software and trying to make business out of it, right? So how do you
Right.
differentiate your offerings at Olao Books and ensure continuous innovation in bookkeeping and finance operations?
Yeah. So, as I said, Naveen, before, so if you look at accounting
Mm-hmm.
specifically, it is very traditional, like it has
Hmm.
been followed through the ages. And then, when it comes to reconciliation or tax filings, these things require intelligence, a lot of intelligence. Now, technology to do this was not present before. Now, since the AI has come up, the advanced level of automations has come up. Now, these problems can be solved very easily through this
Yeah.
technologies, and this is what we are doing at Olao Books. And I think that will be the differentiator. As I said, the current stack of technology that is there in the market, they do automate, but to a certain extent, not beyond that. And still, there are a lot of gaps. So, we have that opportunity to bridge that gap.
Hmm.
And I think, again, as I said, here also, our vision is to have a product led growth only. Our
Yeah.
product will speak for itself, and then, yeah, that's how
Hmm.
it will.
Wonderful. So product is the king in your case.
Yes, absolutely.
Superb, superb. And Anurag, we have had fabulous conversation, and it's time for us to
Same
add
here.
some more spice and some more excitement to the episode. So you got it. We are going to kick off the second rapid fire round.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so here comes the first bullet. If you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
Yeah, I recently read somewhere, just show up. Show up
Just
for
show up.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just show up and don't give up also, right? If you are in the game, you
Yeah,
are still have the chances of winning.
correct.
No, I
Correct.
love it.
Correct.
Just
Correct.
show up. Superb,
Yeah.
superb. Because yeah, it happened with me also. Just show up. All the achievements that have happened this year. So all of them have come my way. I thought, okay, let me take a stab. If we either we win or we learn, nothing to
Exactly.
lose,
Right.
right? So I
Right.
showed up and I've got the results. Okay,
Right.
all
Right.
right. So great reminder. And here comes my next one. Can you describe yourself in just one word?
Curious.
Curious. And what is your favorite SaaS tool other than products that you built?
Uh, I think this Apollo.io, it's a database tool. So good.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Data is good. The UI is good. Experience is good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and here's the next bullet. Your go-to strategy for unwinding after a long working day.
My daughter spending time with her.
Acha, nice.
She's
And
she's 2 years old. Yeah.
yeah, you must be having fun time until she
Yeah.
goes to
Yeah.
school, until she gets busy.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, and what is one skill that every entrepreneur should master?
With respect to the team or the product, but just be adaptable and flexible to everything.
Okay, be adaptable and flexible. Superb. What is the most
Yeah.
exciting trend in the finance industry today?
AI and automation plus.
Yeah, yeah. And then your biggest inspiration,
Inspiration in terms of people. Or
business, anything like you can pick up anything.
I think different people for different things. Sometimes people around me, sometimes my mentors, sometimes people like Nikhil Kamath, so of
Hmm.
Zerodha, or yeah, I mean, different people for different reasons.
Okay. And which is a code that you live by?
Yeah, I think, like it's an Hindi if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Please go ahead.
So
That's fine.
I don't know, has coined this, but Vikas Niviti sir, he's a professor himself and, he has his own institute. He keeps saying this line, I just love it. He क्यों डरे जिंदगी में क्या होगा कुछ नहीं होगा तो तजुर्बा होगा so this is what this
Hmm.
I just love it so good.
Right, right. Wonderful, wonderful. So you don't have to be afraid of anything in life. Okay.
Yeah, you'll just
Hmm.
learn
Just learn.
everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Superb. That is so powerful. And Anurag, here comes the last one for the second rapid fire. Can you describe Olao Books in 3 words?
Easy, intelligent, and compliant.
Wow. You nailed it. Spot
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
And thank you
yeah.
for participating in the second rapid fire round as well. And let's sweep back to the mainstream. So, Anurag,
Okay.
what is one piece of advice you would give to someone who is currently working a corporate job but dreams of starting their own SaaS company? I told you earlier, right? They are on that edge. Okay, let me
Correct,
take
correct, correct.
take a leap of faith, but no, let me come back, right? So they're on that particular verge of quitting, but hesitant.
Yeah, yeah. So, as I said before, Naveen, and I just realized that while talking to you, that be open to the opportunities, keep your
Mhm.
eyes and ears open, be curious. And then if you're curious enough, you'll automatically understand that this is the problem. Let's take this. And don't worry a lot about innovation. Just start. All rest of the things will start falling place. But just start.
Yeah,
Don't worry about anything. Yeah.
yeah. Just show up. It
Just
reminded
show up.
you.
Just show up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just show up.
Love it, love it. And Anurag, I enjoyed the conversation thoroughly, and it's been a pleasure hosting you. And how is your experience being hosted
Thank
on
you.
The Guiding Voice?
Beautiful. You made me think about myself. Like I realized few things. So it was a beautiful conversation. I mean, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah.
And as I said, before, I've seen some other videos as well. They have been very inspiring, and I just look forward to watching more of them. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you so much. And it
yeah,
was such a pleasure talking to you, Anurag. And
same, yeah, same.
yeah, I wish you and the team at Olao Books all the best, and I wish you more power,
Thank
guys.
you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you
So,
so much, sir.
yeah, pleasure,
Thank you.
pleasure. All right. So,
Bye.
yeah, friends, that was our episode with Anurag Mittal. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request in case if you have enjoyed the conversation and found it useful, please share with at least three of your friends or colleagues who would also like TGV, the guiding voice, so spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you are growing. And now it's time for us to hop into the trivia segment. And today's trivia is about lesser known and interesting facts about SaaS, software as a service. Having interviewed co-founder of a SaaS company, I thought I would give you a glimpse into the origins of SaaS. The first fact is SaaS pioneers in the 1960s. Means while this SaaS exploded in popularity in the 2000s, however, the roots of SaaS can be traced back to the 1960s with the development of time sharing systems. Mainframe computers allowed multiple users to access a single system via terminals, and a concept quite similar to modern cloud based SaaS models. In fact, during many of my technical sessions, I keep telling this mainframes are the pioneers, and this is proven historically. And folks, companies paid for access to computing power, and which is very much like today's subscription based SaaS services. And in fact, I've had an opportunity to work on certain projects which had integration with mainframes, and I know how they work. And with that, let's move to the second fact. SaaS adoption saves billions. SaaS is not just a technical innovation, but a major cost saver. And 95% of businesses report that using SaaS has improved their operational efficiency by eliminating the need for in-house infrastructure, security, maintenance costs. These SaaS solutions collectively save businesses billions of dollars annually in IT expenses. And one thing is very clear: if you like the software, you'll use it and you'll pay for whatever you are using it. And if you don't like it, you'll discontinue the services. That's it. So, zero risk from the business side. And these days, with the advancement of technology in the infrastructure space like containerization and Dockers, it is very easy for somebody to pull their data as well, right? And apart from that, the scalable nature of SaaS also helps startups and SMEs adopt enterprise grade technology at a fraction of the cost. And one other thing which I would like to emphasize about this SaaS as well as all the cloud platforms is that those technologies are very much compliant to ISO standards, be it 9001 or even COVID standards likewise, which will be very difficult to implement since they are serving clients at a major scale. They are ensuring that they are compliant from GDPR and many other regulatory perspectives. Okay, and here comes the third one, which is SaaS drives the subscription economy, and SaaS has been one of the main drivers behind the subscription economy. And with over 38% of the businesses reporting that they now derive more than half of their revenue from subscription models. And the success of SaaS inspired industries beyond software. Even if you talk about OTT platforms, the entertainment space, e-commerce, and also education, they started adapting subscription models, transforming the way services are delivered globally. After all, there is one thing: if you are selling a product once, you'll get money only once. Whereas if you are selling it as a service, you'll get a recurring income. All right. So that's it for today from my side, from the trivia perspective. Likewise, if you are aware of any interesting trivia or facts related to SaaS, software as a service, do let me know. If you're watching this episode on YouTube, you can comment there. Or if you have found this episode on audio platforms or social media platforms, you can comment there as well. So, folks, thank you once again for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome TGV family. Until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.